Hello, welcome with the news with the Loon, your daily dose of news, hopefully within 30 minutes to an hour. And let's get into this. Today's date is July 15th, 2025. We are going to start with the weather. If I could get this up. It's a one-woman show, so please be patient with me when it comes to sharing the screen. Up. Your local weather in New York City. Let's see what we have here today. And don't worry, I'm going to get into the weather for that we experienced last week. I just want to make sure you're able to see this. Let's see if it's up. And there we go. All right. So currently, the weather is 82 degrees Fahrenheit. We have zero precipitation, so no flash floods for us in the tri-state area right now. The humidity is 69%. And again, we hardly have any winds. So if you're indoors, enjoy that air conditioning, because when you go outside, it is a hot mess, especially with a 69% humidity. Now, tomorrow, and I do apologize, yesterday I forgot to say the weather for the next day. Tomorrow, we are looking at partly cloudy skies. We're looking at a high of 86 degrees, 15% precipitation, which brings the humidity up to 67%. And we may have a little bit of a breeze, but it's not enough to cool you down. So dress appropriately and just enjoy the weather. It might feel like a little bit of fall without the wind. Okay? So we are going to go ahead and we're going to touch on some national news. Now, on the political front, we have some news, and I don't like to show any national news without any verification, only because not everything is always verified. Okay, everybody? So we try to make sure that everything is vetted correctly. But we have to talk about this issue that's going on a national level, which has to do with the auto pen. I always try to keep my sources, let you know where I get my sources, but according to Politico, Mr. Coleman has put out some more subpoenas out there for former Biden aides in the probe of auto pen use and his mental fitness. House Oversight Chair James Comer issued another subpoena for another aide that worked under President Joe Biden on the use of the auto pen and his mental fitness. So it looks like it's gearing up to find the legitimacy of these pardons that occurred so quickly after Biden's administration. Okay, I'm not going to stay too long on this particular article because Politico tends to be sometimes not so reliable. No offense to them, but it is what it is. And but we do have, and let me see if I do this. The reason why this is gearing up is because me see if I can bring this article up right here. Remember, one woman show. Biden has decided to break his silence when it comes to the actual auto pen. And according to News 18, and let me this out. According to News 18, former U.S. President Joe Biden is hitting back at claims that he wasn't aware of final day pardons and commutation. Insisting that he approved every single one, according to News 12. Now, I'm going to share the link if you wish to. I'm going to put the link in the chat. If you want to check out this particular article and click on the links and see what they have to say, was contradictory to what most of the YouTubers are talking about. Staying true to this particular topic, we are looking at one of the things that has been reported. And this particular report comes from the Washington Examiner. I have to wait till the page loads. I do apologize. Waiting to see if it comes up. And it doesn't look like it's coming up. So we're going to go ahead and try to get this page to come up. There we go. It has been reported we're getting it up right now. I do apologize. The page seems like it's loading. And when it's loading, it is not going to come up completely. I'll report it as we I can load the page up. With the best internet service ever, a loading problem wouldn't happen. But it appears to be occurring. All right, so this particular article will not come up. So I'm just going to report on it. What seems to be the focus is the clemency emails, is what they're looking at. There's been reports that there is an email floating around, which actually you can't go by because of fraudulent reporting and fraudulent emails. There's too many fakes going out there that we can't go by, but according to most reporting, it appears that what's going on is that emails are being focused on this front. Now, we're going to still stay on the national front, but we're going to move away from politics, and we're going to talk about the U.S. and the constant flooding that's been going on throughout the United States. I'm going to get low. Don't worry about it. Local, I'm going to come. But due to flash flooding and an increase in rainfall throughout the country, the tri-state area, New Jersey was hit with 2 dead as of yesterday from this massive rainfall. Now, there are a lot of places that are that's not hitting the national news, but in Southeast Louisiana, they have been under a flood watch in the last couple of days due to excessive rainfall due to a tropical disturbance. Okay, this from WDSU 6 News, which I assume is a local news front on them. We're going to go ahead and take a look and see.
To start tomorrow evening. Devin Lucy has been following all the latest for us with the new data coming into our weather center.
Got it just right, Randy, and you're matching the colors of at least our medium chance of development and the heat advisory, so well done. 40% chance of immediate development over the 2 days from this tropical disturbance. Again, tropical disturbance. 40% chance is less than 50. So where the system sits at this time, it's made a U-turn. And the latest data now coming in are starting to show there might be a shift in the track farther north, which if it's going to track over land, that's the best thing we could have. We look at where the storms are at this time, and it's really Orlando and North Florida that got hit really, really hard today. But I look at the satellite imagery, and I'm just not really seeing anything of a central organization or something that shows that it's getting its act together, because it's not over water right now, too. Water temperature is conducive for development. We also have plenty of tropical humidity that will stream in, and the wind shear is actually going away. We've got that high pressure right on top of us, that little mini heat dome. This is what I'm talking about right here. This is the forecast here out of the United States. Global forecast system. And what you do is we make a forecast and we make a couple changes and we do it again and again and again. Do it about 30 times. You can see the numbers on some of these individual tracks, but it's the mean track to it. And that's the green line that's just underneath all those. And I know this is all over the place. Kind of looks like spaghetti. That's what we call these spaghetti models. And I've drawn that line of at least the mean track of the average of all the tracks right on through, or the median track. And this is the forecast data, the forecast computer data dedicated to computer forecasts for hurricanes and systems, tropical systems. The mean track out of this looks to take it a little farther north as well, very similar to the global forecast system. Forecast out of Europe, this is just data that comes out 4 times a day and does start to show some organization possibly here by Thursday. But again, that track is very close to where that latest track has been taking it through some of our best forecast data. The system's going away by Saturday. Our high-res data starts to show entering the Gulf as we get in towards tomorrow morning. We get into tomorrow evening, that system is nearing our way, and that could be that first wave of storms. That's why tomorrow is an alert day. And we start to see, as we see Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, then it's Lake Charles. That storm looks awfully impressive, and we get really tied into the high-res data. We could get some serious bouts of storms. We can't rule out some gusty winds on this either. The first arrival of storms, a chance afternoon, but evening, nighttime hours. That should be the wave of storms coming in. Right now, this forecast shows it much farther south along the coast. Look, that's starting to develop here, starting to organize and spin up, but it's kind of north. It goes south, then it jogs a little farther north. So you can see at least the placement. It has it wiggling and wobbling here too. And then the storm's going from south to north more into Friday. The wind speed forecast, it's still going to be a little bit gusty and a little bit breezy to windy. Wind gusts to 30 on the Thursday, and right around the lake, 30-mile-per-hour wind gusts. You can see stronger wind gusts as we track the center of that system, especially farther west, and still breezy to windy on Friday. But it's the rain. That's the most important part. The flood watch goes up tomorrow and goes up all the way until late Friday night. Level 1 flood risk begins on Wednesday, bumps up to a level 2 for the South Shore on Thursday, level 2 for everyone on Thursday, and a level 3 that goes west of us here. and then back down to a level 1 and 2 threat going into Saturday. So we have weather alert days, then an impact day, because we are expecting quite a bit of rain. But if you add it up over several days, where we start, it still looks to be along the coasts. That's where the highest rain totals and even the bayou parishes are forecast at this time. Going down with the rain totals the farther north you go. Mainly a rainstorm event for the most. Still gusty winds likely, tropical depression likely, tropical storm possible, and I think there's still a chance. But here's the timeline we have right now. You can start your preps tonight. By tomorrow afternoon, high confidence this system has an impact towards us. And then Wednesday night, the storm's really here. It doesn't depart until Saturday. So WDSU first warning weather alert days up until then. Still an impact for some lingering storms Saturday.
Still ahead in the new Rawson reports the secret tool buried inside Google.
To start.
40% chance of immediate development over the next 2 days when this tropical disturbance.
So if you're planning on traveling down to the Louisiana Southwest area, be warned, they are under alert as of this from today to tomorrow. I know Louisiana is a nice hotspot for a lot of people, so be warned. Now, I doubt the new webpage for AccuWeather. Okay, and addressing these severe storms that we are experiencing. And it's not just flood, which I'm going to touch upon later on during this broadcast. It's not just floods and flash floods that we're dealing with. We're with poor air quality up here and within the area. We are also dealing with heat issues as well. More storms are hitting the United States. There are more risk of flash flooding. And as in reference to the previous article that I showed, this is unusual because we are not even in hurricane season, which makes me kind of scared when it comes to it, because hurricane season starts around mid-August and it goes till mid-November throughout the East Coast. The West Coast, unfortunately, I'm not on the West Coast in the monsoon season for you guys. Sorry. I'll report on that as that comes about. But there's been severe thunderstorms, which goes from northern Michigan all the way down to western Wyoming. Northeastern Colorado also has been affected, and this is all happening tonight. This is the AccuWeather channel. This is what they do. Again, what I'm going to do is go ahead and put that in the chat. But there is a lot of irregular weather patterns happening. I'm working on a little special for you guys on me putting on my tin hat so you guys could see what exactly is going on. I put the link for AccuWeather in the chat so you guys could know and see. Now we're going to move over a little bit closer to home, but this is still on the national news of some images that people have shared and a compilation that was put together. Give me a minute and I will get that up for you. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. No. I believe this is CNN. I put this together. What's going on with the weather. Let me see if this came up. For the freezing, I do apologize. Okay, I do apologize. I froze there for a moment. It's like my internet is acting up. So let's see if I can get this up and running the way I want to. Okay, I do apologize. Let me see if I can get this up and running for you. Difficulties. This is going to be a little bit closer to home. There we go.
Big summer storms caused dangerous conditions across multiple states. In Lancaster, Pennsylvania, there were at least 16 water rescues that were required. Cars brought to a halt as drivers faced down flooded roads in what became very quickly and probably almost very suddenly treacherous conditions. New York City got 2 inches of rain in 1 hour, the second single wettest hour in history.
It overwhelmed the drainage system here in Midtown Manhattan. This footage coming out of the 28th Street subway station, water bubbling up from below. And then there's this. This is coming out of the North Plainfield, New Jersey region. So that vehicle there bursting into flames after the driver attempted to drive around the flooded roads. Here's the aftermath. Look at the debris strewn across the roadways there. This tropical environment that we have over the eastern seaboard could produce additional flash flooding as the weeks go on.
So as you can see locally, we have had some serious flooding happen overnight. So here in New York City, in the metro area, we were not, how can I say, we were not immune to flooding. So let's go to the main place that kicked this off. We're going to go to Texas. Texas was the first place that was hit worse. And here we have Llano residents are preparing for possible floods. Texas can't get a break. And I do apologize for that. And this is a few things that's been happening in Llano County, Texas. Currently, there is a missing, is this the correct place? They are preparing for more flooding. They have experienced flooding on and off since July 4th. The residents are used to this, so they are prepared. They have had their warnings. Um, they are speaking out on how this is affecting them, and this has been reported from Fox 7 News, Austin. And this is the Llano, and if I say this incorrectly,
in Llano County, people there have seen significant flooding, and many are prepared as the flooding continues along the Llano River. Fox 7 Austin's Meredith Aldis is joining us live from Buchanan Dam with the latest on that. Meredith.
Yeah, Mike, let me show you what we've been watching. This water just creep up. So when we got here on this platform, it was probably an inch or so below. And now that water is just creeping up towards us. Usually you can walk out and see the dam for yourself, but the water is rising so quickly. You can see trailers behind me underwater. Those are boat docks. One of the residents say if you clear some of the brush and the trees over here, you could see a boat that's probably going to run into a roof because everything is just rising so quickly. Now, let me explain how this goes with the Llano River. So when the Llano River floods, it increases the flow into the Colorado River, which can lead to higher water levels behind Buchanan Dam. So the LCRA has opened 4 floodgates at the dam, and this is what we're looking at, the aftermath of the flooding now on this side of the dam. Up and down. That's how the water level has been described recently on the Llano River.
A couple of days ago, it was a lot worse, a little higher, and I know there's still water coming down.
This time-lapse video shows a low water crossing area just before flash flooding inundated the area in just 10 minutes during the 4th of July weekend. Monday morning, the National Weather Service estimates the water was 5 feet over its natural banks. Then it's supposed to fall below. A flood warning is issued until Tuesday morning.
Some of it's over the road, not none of these little ones, but just bar ditches and stuff that they had signs up, so water over road.
Those who live nearby say this doesn't compare to what they experienced in 2018.
In 2018, it was really up.
2018, it was, I don't know, I heard it was 40 foot.
So when asked if they're worried about what they're seeing now,
No, I mean, the LCRA does a good job of getting it where it needs to go, and it's filling up the lakes, which a lot of people are happy about.
the Lower Colorado River Authority has opened floodgates at Wirtz and Starkey dams. And for the first time in 6 years, floodgates at Buchanan Dam are open. LCRA says water will flow to Inks Lake. Glenn Roberts is a first responder. He says getting in the lake is not what you want to do right now, though.
I'd say stay out of the lake right now with the rapid moving water and the debris and just the bacteria and stuff in the lake. It's just not a good place to be right now.
Now, just a reminder, Travis County Judge Andy Brown's executive order regarding Lake Travis has been amended since Friday. Only areas upstream from mile marker 36 and Sandy Creek Park are closed. And remember, just 6 inches of fast-moving water can knock you off your feet. And always turn around, don't drown. And this is creeping up next to us, so we're going to find higher ground now. Reporting live in Burnett County, Meredith Aldis, Fox 7 Austin News.
There you have it, people. Don't mess with the water. It could sneak up on you. And as you can see, as she was reporting there, even in the tri-state area, you got to be careful of flooding. We're going to stay in Texas as we hit our next story. And we're going to hit the death toll in the Texas County area, which actually kicked this entire story off. Currently, according to ABC News, the death toll is 134 people, and this is including a large number of children. And there is still an ongoing search, and we are looking at, since the 4th of July, for missing personnel. This was updated by ABC News as of 2:41 p.m. this afternoon. So the death toll as of then was 134 people. 107 confirmed dead. 37 of them is children. May they rest in peace. And may we send some prayers and some healing to their family members. Rescue efforts and search and rescue are still ongoing as of this morning. Okay. This is the most tragic. Well, losing anybody tragic, but this is the most mass tragic flood event that has occurred this year. I'm trying to see. Texas has a lot. Texas was the worst hit during this flood season, which is unprecedented within the United States. We also have, let's see, we're still in Texas. This news article comes from Fox 7 Austin, and I do apologize. I mixed this particular report was what I mixed up earlier. Currently, right now, Marble Falls is missing his fire chief, who has been missing since July 5th, which is the day after the 4th of July. He was reported to go to drive to assess the issue of the flooding issue on July 5th, and his vehicle has been found, but unfortunately he has not yet been found. So he is part of the missing, and there is a search. And here is an image of the fire chief who they are looking for, who they believe has been swept up and taken by the floods. I'm a rose-colored glasses type of person, so I'm hoping that he will be found alive, because this tragedy has brought in a lot of it has been traumatic for many. All right, I think I'm freezing up. Here we go. We're going to move a little bit closer to local news, and I do have some images, and I think this is the one images of how it was in New York City last night. Okay, we're going to show you what most commuters last night experienced last night in the tri-state area, particularly in New York.
Oh, is it coming in the trees?
Attention passengers, I'm going to call this one in. I can't open the doors if not safe. Give me a second.
Just so you are aware, this is unprecedented. So these are images of videos that commuters have shared online, and there's no way to predict such quick rainfall. As mentioned in a couple of previous one, there was experience of 2 inches in less than 2 hours within the tri-state area. So this is when you receive those flood warning advisories, it is important that you pay attention to them and you try to commute in a place where you are safe. Here are more images from the flooding that occurred last night to the unprecedented amount of rain that was received in the tri-state area. So when you get those flash flood warnings, people, especially within the city, you have to pay attention. Now, the subway was not the only place that was affected by rain. I'm going to show you some images because as of today, if you are in the Lincoln Square area, you have found out that the AMC was temporarily closed due to flooding as well. I just have to wait till this loads. Let me refresh this page. There we go. This is what happened to the AMC Lincoln Square AMC location due to flooding. So there were many places. Some places probably were not caught on social media. So if you have closures due to flooding, that was probably the reason. Condolences to those who have lost their lives due to this amount of rain experiencing. And stay alert, stay alive, everybody. Now, today, I'm going to hit Suffolk County because it is the tri-state area and Maryland is near and dear to my heart. Now, Suffolk County has 21 beaches closed due to concerns of bacteria in Brookhaven Township. These beaches are closed until Thursday, 7 a.m. due to the sampling of the water, and a bacteria has been found. Now, the beaches that have been affected in Suffolk County include South Beach Property Owners Association East and West Beaches, as well as Tides and Scott Beaches in South Beach, Beach Road, Broadway, Friendship, and Terraces on the Sound Beaches in Rocky Point, Shoreham Village Beach in Shoreham, Quarry Beach in Blue Point, Stony Brook Beach in Stony Brook, Shoreham Shore Club and Shoreham Beaches in East Shoreham, Miller Place Park Beach and Woodhull Landing in Miller Place, Soundview Beach Association in Oldfield, Bayberry, Bayview, Grantland, Island Field, and Little Bay in Secaucus, East Secaucus. This advisory is due to the heavy rainfall that we have received and has been due to the heavy rainfall which we received in the last 24 hours. Okay, I am going to, this is from the patch, which actually services Suffolk County. And I have put the link in the chat if you wish to read the article yourself for more details. Suffolk County, I'm not done with you with this bacteria stuff. Rainfall has caused havoc for you. Suffolk County is a nice little vacation resort, and I know this is vacation season. You want to take the kids out to get cool, but we also have, they found a new blue-green algae bloom found in the Babylon pond. I'm sorry, not pond, pond. So they are suggesting that you do not swim, nor do you let your pets swim. As you can see, it's not pretty. This is the Bun Township, and they have issued a health warning not to swim in the water. Do not let your children, do not let your pets go in there. It's a green, blue-green, yellow, brown, or even red algae that has developed within this pond. And right now, and this is another article I am going to go ahead and put in the chat so you guys can go ahead and check it out. If you are in that area, if you're vacationing in that area, please be safe. Be safe. Rather be safe than sorry when dealing with these algae. Okay. Now, I said Suffolk County. I'm trying to do 2 counties per report. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to go to Staten Island. Staten Island, what do we have for you here today? We have a few things for you here in Staten Island. But before I get into Staten Island, I do apologize. Let me see. Yeah. We're going to go back to general New York City, although this did come up on the Staten Island Live News. There is an air quality advisory in effect in the New York City area until Wednesday. If you have any respiratory issues, the air quality in New York City is in effect as of 3:05 today up until 3:15 tomorrow. So if you are in Manhattan, Bronx, Staten Island, Brooklyn, or Queens, Rockland County, and Westchester County, please be advised, please be mindful that there are some health issues occurring due to air quality in the area. Okay, I am going to go ahead and put the link because it does have a free number where you can find further information out on this and see how bad it is, and whether you need to stay indoors. Okay. I know that Canada has had air quality issues this entire month due to air quality issues and fire issues, but this is also important because I know sometimes we are affected by this. Also within the New York City area, there is a heat advisory alert going through for tomorrow and Thursday, Wednesday and Thursday. If you suffer from heat stroke, if you're sensitive to the heat, it is recommended that you stay indoors. Please stay indoors. This is in effect in Manhattan, the Bronx, Staten Island, Brooklyn, Queens. They're looking at a heat index that could go up to 103 degrees expected. I know I provided the weather early, but that's what it looks like right now. But you also have to calculate in humidity when it comes to this time. So drink plenty of water if you do have to go outside, and take the proper precautions for any heat issues that may occur. Okay, again, it says to beat the heat, stay hydrated, seek shelter, avoid sun exposure, keep children and pets safe, basically keeping them indoors and making sure they are hydrated. Okay, if you do have to go outside, try to limit your time outside and take the proper precautions. Wear like clothings. If you have to, some people, I've seen a lot of people, especially within my neighborhood, carrying umbrellas. Since we don't have parasols, carry umbrellas. Try not to do any strenuous activities out there, and keep alert and watch out for signs of heat exhaustions and symptoms of heat exhaustions and heat stroke. And try to dress comfortably. I know, ladies, it's time to just show your stuff and show your figure that you've been working on all winter, but rather be safe than sorry. This is another article because they do have some nice tips on keeping being alert about the heat. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the link as well. If you know any extra tips if you suffer from heat exhaustion as we get older, my menopausal women, my postmenopausal women, listen, sometimes that hot flash is not a hot flash. Stay hydrated, stay together, stay alert, stay alive. That's what we got going on today. We got some more stuff. I'm not done with you yet. We are not done. We got a lot of news. I got it for you today. Now, Staten Islanders, I'm back to you guys again. You did not escape the flooding. Staten Island yesterday did suffer from the severe storm, and there was a lot of flood zone. Parts of Highland Boulevard, Richmond Avenue, Amboy Road caused issues. The Staten Island Railway stopped running due to flooding, and it caused a lot of conditions. I know people were frustrated yesterday, but listen, safety first. The downpour was quick. It was harsh. As you can see in this image right here, it was this tire. There's no way you're going anywhere with that much water affecting your tire. Motorists were stuck. So when that person that you was expecting home at a certain time tell you, I got caught in traffic and it was flooding, they weren't lying. They weren't lying. They were telling you the truth. It was horrific traveling, especially if you were traveling after 6 p.m. last night. You got caught in this horrific rain. Now, Staten Island, I do have a little bit of news for you. If you like to travel to Brooklyn, there is a proposed new route. I hit yesterday, it was the Bronx. Today is There is a proposed new route linking Staten Island to Brooklyn, a ferry going directly from Staten Island into Brooklyn, Bay Ridge, Brooklyn, which is a nice place to go, I have to say. Here is the map. I'm going to see if I can enlarge this. No, I can't. Sorry. Where it would go from Staten Island to Bay Bridge. Basically, it would be coming off of Midtown Manhattan, and it would stop at St. George, which is where all the ferries go. And from there, it would go to Bay Bridge and take another route into Manhattan again to downtown Manhattan. So if you wish to go to Bay Bridge, you would have a direct route to there. This is reported by the book Daily Eagle. This is a way to connect you guys closer to the city, the other 5 boroughs. So it's a plus or a minus depending on your feelings on this particular route. And that is it. Oh, actually, I do have more. I didn't write it down. I do apologize. But I ran into this. I try not to get my news from Twitter too much, but this is a reliable source. And this particular person on Twitter rarely do. They actually report on things that's happening in Long Island. Someone I follow. But I just want to bring an alert to everybody from Staten Island of a missing person. This won't come up. I have another one that will. Give me one moment. I'm sorry. I know I've been freezing. The internet has not been jiving with me lately. I think it has a lot to do with this is also sun flare area. This is sun flare season. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and make this bigger. All right, Staten Island, tri-state area. We have a missing 17-year-old Greek American young lady who has been reported missing from Greenville, Staten Island, was last seen leaving her residence on July 12th. If you see her, take note of the number 1-800-577-TIPS and let the NYPD know. Okay? This is we want to keep our children safe. We want to keep our people safe. And when they go missing, we need an Amber Alert. I think an Amber Alert was not put out on her only because of the age, but any age will. Now let's see. I had my feel good. I always like to leave on a feel good. And until I saw that post, I do apologize. It was not a feel good moment. Actually, no, a feel good was sent to me. Let me see if I can get it up because it is beautiful. It is the most precious thing I've ever seen. It has to do with animals, yes. Actually has to do with one of my favorite animals. And there's hope no matter where you are across the board for those around. Now, I'd like to ask you as I'm waiting for this page to load up, which is probably not loading up because I'm frozen. Okay. I'm back. I'm sorry. It's a solar flare season. This is solar flare season. This is the season for a lot of interference. I do apologize. Let me see if I can bring up this particular post that I have. I have to share this. It shows how much. Let's see if I can get this going to me. Even in the animal kingdom, there is hope. There we go. And what I want to do is leave you with this beautiful post. Okay, we're gonna get to it. I'm sorry, it just started playing. It's before I was ready for it. So let's see if I could get it up and running. Here we go. May you have a beautiful night. I'm sorry, I thought it was playing for you. Here we go.